What is up, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have tons of exciting updates to go over with Cardano, a beautiful thread that goes in detail with all the advanced features and why there's going to be lots of capital that will flow into Cardano. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Let's first start with Charles. Links to everything's in the description. And he has seen the request coming in for CIP69. A lot of discussion, and they want to push CIP69 to be included in Chang. On-chain governance is around the corner, and that's going to give access to, I think it's 1.5 billion ADA. It's like $1 billion that's going to blossom tons of activity and development and marketing and tons of community initiatives. Now, it's kind of been thrown a curveball because this is kind of like they're going to have to make some changes with roadmap. He says, I don't think it will add a significant delay to the delivery of Chang, but it's important to understand that out-of-band roadmap changes are always disruptive and introduce additional risk. This said, the dev teams are going to find a way to roll CIP69 into Chang. Moving forward, they'll evaluate how to rearrange that, discussing the reconstruction of the entire process of the roadmap because of this, right? Don't want to throw something in quickly and then put at risk even this whole slow-moving turtle narrative that they have. But I like that they're doing this because also it shows like, whoa, there's a demand for this. We need to put it in Chang. So good stuff. A willingness to pivot is good. Now, CIP69 aims to enhance the development process on the Cardano ADA blockchain by consolidating arguments for all existing types of Plutus scripts. Of course, as we know, the forthcoming Chang Hard Fork, that's highly anticipated. This is going to be put in there as well. And then afterwards, we're going to probably see some rearrangement, some bookkeeping, if you will, with roadmap and making sure we have a nice ebb and flow. So overall W, let's take a look at this fantastic post. I recommend you guys bookmark this. It's going to be great to address questions people have regarding ADA. Oh, is ADA dead? Is it done? Is it this? Well, what about institutional and TradFi money, right? It's bound to find its way into crypto soon. And what about ADA, right? Now might be a good time to recap why Cardano exposure is a worthwhile idea to explore for them, right? Why would they get in? Why should they buy it, right? It's a good question. The mantra of the majors and every VC coin is repeated to them in nauseum, but where does ADA fit in? Man, today I've been reading some weird word choices. Y'all are choosing some interesting word choices. Cardano is based on peer-reviewed research. At its core, it's an almost academic open source protocol. Many see it as the Linux of crypto. Nice analogy. Now, it doesn't have fancy marketing, but rock-solid foundations on a stable, secure, lightweight network that can power a decentralized world. 6 years of uptime. Core philosophy. Underpinning Cardano are principles like blockchain trilemma and inclusive accountability. Anyone can verify. Standard wallet is an open source, full node, permissionless plus trustless. Ledger size 160 gigabytes. Other known chains are greater than 1,000x that. Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually a very small size. I mean, there's many that I can already think of that are much larger. Cardano's proof of stake protocol, Ouroboros, uses extended UTXO, EUTXO, and Nakamoto consensus, making it like a programmable proof of stake version of Bitcoin, resilient with many advantages for security plus scalability, by, for instance, using local state accounting, facilitating parallelization. Dynamic availability. With Ouroboros Genesis, a forthcoming upgrade to the consensus protocol, Cardano becomes one of the few or only proof of stake protocols with dynamic availability, enabling bootstrapping from Genesis, increases stability, reduces trust assumptions, core innovations. Monetary policy. ADA has a traditional disinflationary policy. There is a max supply of 45 billion ADA, of which 35 billion is circulating. Block rewards reduce gradually based on the parameter P, currently 0.3% in every 5-day epoch. So ADA is very gradually getting more scarce. So there is that hard cap. It's not going to be infinite. There's many projects that will go infinitely printing, which, could be a problem, may not be a problem. But I think ADA has this well kept. I like the borders that they have to incentivize this with the staking, but also having that hard cap is good. And it's not huge. There's many projects that have way bigger of a supply than 45 billion. Distribution. Vast majority of ADA, 88.5%, went to Asian investors 2015 to 17. Rest to founding entities, negligible compared to VC chains. Subsequent brutal bull and bear markets solidified and spread the holder base by force. Could be one of the last well-distributed chains. Yes, there's many that do shenanigans, guys. There's many. Look at Cardano. Look at this. The blue line's public. The green line's community allocations. The red line is insiders and foundations. Look at that. 48% insiders, right? 56% insiders. 53% inside. 17%. Cardano is leading the way. Look at that cute little blue Pac-Man. So it makes sense. Without a fair launch, ultimately control manipulation will follow. There's always going to be manipulation of any form, but it's evident that people like to hate on Cardano, but they don't look at the facts. Treasury. Cardano, as I've spoken about, has a treasury currently worth 1.5 billion ADA, or $0.8 billion at this moment. At this moment. Every epoch, 20% of reserves plus fees earned flowed into it. This war chest has been used for self-funding mechanism. Catalyst is about to be put under community control, fund future dev and economic sustainability. So guys, if you're excited about Cardano, and maybe you have a business, maybe you have a service, products and goods, you want to leverage this, well, this is going to give you an opportunity. And Charles has talked about this. He's like, that's why we're pushing this, so that people who speak about, hey, I want to travel to this conference, I want to do this and speak for Cardano. Well, put that proposal up, get the community to support it, vote for it, and away you go. Because this war chest, guys, there's people right now that have no war chest, that are just scamming their audience. I can name many projects. I won't. There's many projects that are just fishing for more money, little pennies from the skies. And Cardano's positioned really well strategically with this war chest. Transactional efficiencies. Tokens and NFTs are lightweight native assets. Transactions within transactions. Allows easily moving them around in bulk. We saw how tons of NFTs in one transaction. We see how we have like batch transactions, signing multiple in one shot to congest the network less, but also give you lower gas. Ethereum's doing the same thing with Pectra around the corner. They're increasing their staking limit by 64x, and they're introducing some UX improvements similarly. 1 TX to get 10 done is in stark contrast to other chains where it's 10 TX to get 1 done. Fuel efficiency larger than larger fuel tank. Staking, one of my favorites. Cardano has the only non-custodial, fully decentralized staking mechanism. Stake coins, stay in your wallet, under your control, liquid. No vesting period, no locked for friggin' 1 year, right? We saw how the concerns with proof of stake transition with Ethereum. People were like, wait a second, am I gonna lose all my ETH? Thankfully, it was all smooth. Use them in DeFi, e.g. as collateral, and remain staked. No Lido-like centralization or competition with DeFi. 62% staked. Decentralization. Cardano's minimum attack vector of 30 beats almost any chain I know. Nowadays, all crypto metrics are gamed. PS 10 people running a node, not equal to 1 VC running 10. But Cardano is backed up by a visible community. So guys, the smoke and the mirrors and the glass is shattering. There's a lot of projects that are just nothing burgers. There's nothing there. And they're increasing their vanity metrics. Don't be fooled. Not just blockchain, Twitter also, right? Not just Twitter, YouTube also. I've seen some channels you can verify with Social Blade. That's why we'll always remain the people's channel, not the casino's channel, okay? There's someone else you can go to for that. There's people who just buy subscribers and you can see on Social Blade like 10K, nothing, 10K. And it's not an organic like increase. And it's so obvious and it's so bad. And they dilute their brand and they do a disservice to everyone else. And the same thing happens on chain. You can also finesse on chain, you can totally finesse. Scaling. Crypto convinced scaling is the only thing that matters. Yet none really solved the fundamental things Cardano did yet. Nevertheless, Cardano can now finally scale via a mix of parameter changes, increased network, plus dApp efficiency, Hydra, input, endorsers, more. Let's take a look at this graphic. Simulating a new traffic pattern. Identifying improvement areas. Interesting. Is Cardano going to become the Nvidia of crypto? Like, these guys are the tech, and I'm always amazed by what I see from the Cardano community. I love this like partner chain stuff, Supernode, Midnight, Chang Hard Fork. Like, dude, it's like there's so much good going for it. I can't understand why people hate on it. It makes no sense to me. Like, this continues to meticulously get built, and then people get excited about some asshat layer 2? Come on, guys. Because of Cardano's design, it gave birth to a decentralized funding crowdsourcing mechanism called the Initial Stake Pool Offering. Projects spin up a pool to produce blocks, sets fees to e.g. 100%, you stake, project gets paid to build, you get a share of their tokens. Partner chains, this is something that excites me. A forthcoming innovation, positioning Cardano a bit like Cosmos. Decentralization as a service, SBOs help bootstrap another chain, and token rewards flow back to ADA holders. Good for interoperability, economic sustainability, and status of Cardano tokens. And as we saw, Charles Hoskinson asking a theoretical poll of like bringing on Bitcoin Cash, making it like the most powerful proof of work enhanced by Cardano. Kim.com saying, hey, let's talk, man. I'm kind of interested in that. So, guys, there's definitely like the future is omni-chain interconnected, supernodes, and Cardano is at the helm, ready to go ballistic. DeFi innovation, under collateralized staking bonds, natively staked LPs and collateral, whole of chain order book, programmable swaps. The list goes on. NFT bonds. There's just so much cool stuff. Security. Hacks are common in crypto, and Cardano, of course, isn't immune. Don't want to jinx it. Yet, EUTXO's determinism removes vulnerabilities on other chains that involve signing away permissions. Functional language underpinning smart contracts further enhances security. Speaking of security, we saw how the US Air Force chose a couple companies. One of them was, what was it called? Enduro, something like that, where they're building their drones. We're talking US military, we're talking US Air Force, with the same core code that Cardano was built in, Haskell. Now, it doesn't mean that Cardano equals that and it equals the US Air Force. But when the guy in the company is saying, I have no tolerance for bugs, and credits IOG, credits Charles's work also. Come on, guys, you see that? Speaking of a robust and resilient system, you're looking at it. It's called Cardano. And as we see here, dev experience in early years, people often balked at having to code in Haskell. Those days are over. The US Air Force and military looking for Haskell for a reason, as I just pointed out to. So I think that it's the landscape is changing, and Cardano has been thinking about the future from the get-go. Create smart contracts. So something he's one fond of is Marlowe, smart contract language and tooling for Cardano. It says create smart contracts, e.g. a swap or CFD, in minutes using JavaScript, Haskell, Marlowe, or drag and drop and deploy instantly. As the number of the financial contracts grow, can see this growing into cryptos, PIP install or apt-get. Governance, right? We're really excited about the hard fork coming up, on-chain governance. 2024 brings us governance. Every ADA holder can submit a governance action to be voted on and ratified. So what does that mean? Well, a holder, you guys can make a proposal like, hey, I want to spread awareness of Cardano in the town hall of my city. I want to make Cardano merch. I want to make like Cardano tattoos. I'm a tattoo guy, but I want to make this Cardano. Like, now we can unlock 1.5 billion ADA valued at $0.8 billion now. Very soon, Q4, I believe, we're going to be seeing that, right? Q4, I believe I believe it's Q4. Yeah. Chang Hard Fork. Here it says Q2, but I think that's pushed a little bit later on. An era full of challenges to be sure, but incredibly exciting. I agree. Cardano to be one of the few major L1s with true governance and decentralization. It's not easy to do that. It's very difficult to do governance. Mithril is a stake-based threshold multi-signatures protocol on Cardano. Can have many use cases, but for instance, envisioned to use for quicker bootstrapping of full node as the ledger grows, as well as full node security for non-full node wallets. I ain't no developer, but it sounds good to me. Native token market. Many projects are building on Cardano, DeFi, but also books, music, telecom, oracles, games, privacy, storage. We saw recently one of the games Charles was alluding to that is not built right on Cardano, but I think he was like a founding entity into it. We see how they're going to be positioned really well with like the super node action. We see how recently him also bringing books to on chain. We saw the recent collaboration he was doing as well. I think it was called Book.io, something like that. A high quality asset universe and some memes. I expect prominence of this market to rise, achieving ERC20 like status. Wallets. We are spoiled for choice. Daedalus is the standard open source full node wallet. I like Lace a lot. That's one of my favorites. I recommend you guys check it out. They have a very intuitive one, and I like that it's built kind of in-house. So this is the new Cardano wallet that I love. It's the one that I'm finally excited about beyond MetaMask and Phantom. I'm super hesitant. If there's someone that's really picky on wallets, it's me. And I've seen so many stupid wallets like SafeMoon Wallet and all that. In my opinion, there's 4 wallets right now that are swag. MetaMask, Phantom, Zaman Wallet, which there's really nothing better to use for XRP anyways, not much selection, and Lace. But let me know if you guys have used any other wallets for Cardano. Let me know, and it's going to continue to grow. dApps. List is too long, and I get scolded for repeating the same ones, but oh well. Book.io, crypto's premier book NFT dApp. Dex Hunter.io aggregates all dexes. Lagon, what are these names? Well, Lagon. Decentralized storage, right? That's going to be very important. That's going to be super important moving forward. Just as important right behind machine learning, behind AI. Staking bonds with OptimumFi, AxoTrade to be a top crypto trading platform. Well, it looks promising. I got to say, at first glance, like first impressions, these do look nice. So at least they don't look like terrible, because there's some networks that have really bad looking dApps. Tools, and we're almost at the end of this. I think it's like 2 or 3 more threads left. Tools and analytics are getting better and better. Bit random, but too many to name. But we have a few here. Demeter Run. Build and deploy dApps on one platform. We got Maestro, APIs, prices, TX Manager, managed contracts, Tap Tools, native token markets data, and finally, CryptoTrack, native token markets. So, Nakamoto Consensus, EUTXO, top-notch staking, consensus and security, solving things others couldn't, transactional efficiencies, partner chains, most decentralized, well-distributed, ADA is increasingly scarce, governance coming, great dApp ecosystem, organic growth. Bro, this is like la creme de la creme. Sorry for all the dApps and projects that I missed. No worries, man. You can't cover it all. I'm just one dude summarizing this on my free Saturday, so I do what I can. I don't want to snub anyone or pick the winners. My only aim is to help get eyes on our ecosystem. Very interesting read, guys. Heavily recommend y'all bookmark this. This is a great post. And this really showcases the prowess and the unique competitive advantages that Cardano has, and where it's headed, and why it's going to be bustling with traffic once the floodgates come in. Once we see more of that bullish sentiment, I think Q4 is going to be very important for us. Q4 2024, Q1 2025 is going to be key. Let me know what you guys think. Anything new that you discovered here. Let me know also any other projects, Cardano, that you guys enjoy that's built on Cardano. Any native tokens. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Are you guys bullish, bearish? And tell me why. I see comments say, oh, Cardano's shit. It's bad. It's like, okay, but let's have some civil discourse as to why you believe that's true. Two things can be true at the same time. Guys, I think ETFs are coming more to Cardano. I think there's going to be baskets of ETFs. I think Cardano, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, all these projects will coexist. It's not a villain arc campaign. So I think the Cardano future is great. Look at all this beautiful tech, great brand intimacy. People keep making fun of it left and right, from Pauly to Alex Becker to everything in between. So it's clearly on people's minds, and we have the tech to support it. So I think that it checks a lot of boxes, and it's getting it ready for that trebuchet, catapult, ballistic action. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. Links to everything's in the description. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.